Ryan Stone, thank you for making me aware of this guy. I just want to give credit where it's due, but I don't know who this dude was, but I'm learning fast who this guy is. Let's see if I can put him on. Here we go.
Problem with the manosphere is they're saying, okay, women are really promiscuous now. Women are earning half the bread. Women doing this, that, and the other. So what you need to do is out-earn her. You may as well take advantage of the promiscuous culture with the group of women that are going to go and sleep around while you can, and then you just pick a virgin and settle down when you've got enough money 15 years later. And it's like, number one, if you've just spent 15 to 20 years sleeping around with the kind of women that you pour scorn on, do you think that's going to put you in the right mindset to actually be a loving and devoted father by the time you meet a woman you want to commit to? You're probably going to have some bitterness towards women if you've been interacting with the kind of women that are creating this culture you don't like. Also, 15 and 20 years is a long time to be lonely.
Okay, so that's a long time to be lonely. Okay, first off, I forget who this guy is. Somebody's got to bring this up. Somebody give me the name of this dude. Anyways, I'll pull it off the Twitter here in just a second. But I was just made aware of this. I don't know who this guy is, but the rationale is exactly the same, meaning that like the idea that guys are going out there fucking a lot of because they're taking advantage of some sort of promiscuous culture is like patently false. Most guys aren't doing this. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
The top 4.5%, the Justin Wallach, the Jason Momoas, the Jack Reachers, if they're of the mind that they want to do that, that's an option that they could do because they have that sexual selectivity. But the problem that I have with this is they think that the manosphere or the red pill is teaching guys to just go out and bang random. They always come at me like for like plate theory. Plate theory has nothing to do with fucking anything on two legs. Okay. It has to do with sexual selectivity, abundance mindset, and dating like a fucking adult, which is non-exclusively. So that, and people get me confused with Myron when he talks about like fuck 50 chicks before you like settle down kind of thing. It's not, I would never make that illustration, but I would say this is that you need to spin plates up until a point where you're right around like say at 30, 35 somewhere. Don't consider monogamy until you get to that point, because you've got girls who are 23 years old making 15,000 a month at the strip club, or these girls that you would like, we just said she was a 6 or you said she was a 4
or 5
making that kind of scratch in fucking Miami. Okay, well, when guys see that and they see women at sort of the apex of their power, which she is, I mean, I don't know, maybe she looks like she's about 23, maybe I'm 24, somewhere around there. I'm guessing. But that's the kind of money that she's making in Miami as a Miami stripper, probably at Booby Trap. But anyway, so when you see something like that, and these guys are like, well, you need to settle down, find a good woman and settle down. I'm saying, well, women are more educated right now. They make more money right now. And even if they're not making $15,000 a month, and we're like you brought this up, you said, well, women need to like find something more like, I don't know, intrinsically inherently rewarding, or find something else. You the want to be a mother, the want to be a good housewife, whatever.
Yeah.
Or $15,000 a month. Sell you for $15,000 a month.
Well, that's right? What happens if you remove God. Because when you remove God, now what's the next thing you value? Money.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that stops you from valuing money is God. Because a lot of people value money. This is guys and girls. When you lose perspective of God and how much you value God, you're gonna sell yourself for money.
But here's the thing: I can be 22 years, like all these girls. You've been on whatever podcast. These girls on whatever podcast, they have. Well, one of them said a 9 body count or whatever. Or these girls are on OnlyFans, and they want to say, well, you know what? I made a lot of money from the time I was 18 till I was 28, and guess what? I found God at 28 years old, and now I'm a multimillionaire.
Hell no!
Hey, now I'm good.
Hell no!
Right? I stick the landing.
But yeah, so they can say that, but what's gonna still reward them is the guys who believe in that crap. The Christian trad dudes who are like, oh, she's changed, she's reverted, like that red hair. Oh, she's different. Yeah, like bro, no, don't be a white knight. Don't save these. Sadly, a lot of Christian guys have that mindset. Like, oh, she's Christian now, so she's changed. Like, bro, you're gonna learn the hard way really fucking quick. So
I'm not gonna shit on your religion. I understand. I get it. I wrote a book on religion. I got it. But you do see how convenient that is.
Oh yeah.
You see it? Like when people get me, they'll say, well, they'll say, well, Rolo, don't you think these girls could be sincere in their conversion to Christianity at 29 years old? And yada yada yada. And I'm like, I'm not doubting their sincerity. I think they're probably 100% sincere about it. They would probably take a polygraph test and are you sincere about your conversion to faith, whatever? I'm sure they would pass a polygraph test. I'm not about sincerity. I'm about the convenience, like the timing for this is like, where was this fucking, sincerity
I
when you're
said-
18 to 28 years old?
I said on the podcast when we
Yeah.
were with Michael, and I even said in front of the girls, like, they're all talking about how they want to get married. I'm like, be careful, guys, because these girls are gonna be a hoe, and then they're going to get married and have kids. So don't fall for it. And then one of the girls are trying to get mad at me, and the other girl, I forgot her name, the one that had a bunch of tattoos. She was like, "Wait, no, he's actually right, because I was a hoe. I was sleeping with all these guys, and now I want to have kids. I want to be a wife, But now these guys don't want to take me seriously, so he is right." And then all the girls, they're all.
I'm
on the
sure
same
some
page,
youth pastor will wipe you up just any minute now.
yeah, for sure, bro. But
Yeah.
I mean, dude, but these guys are gonna learn the hard way that these girls are not.
Let me ask you this. Okay, this is just a hypothetical question.
Sure.
Okay, so this is just maybe it's a philosophical question. Do you think that if a girl goes through her hoe phase, right, 18 to 28 years old, party years, whatever, she goes through her hoe phase, right, and then she has, let's just say she's sincere about it. She says, you know what, I want to get right with God, and I'm going to make all the guys that come after, they're going to jump through some hoops, and they're going to have to prove to me that they're, whatever. Do you think that if a woman has, like, say, let's just round it off, says a 30 body count in the last, like, from 18 to 28, right? And that predisposes her to not having a good, according to statistics, not having a good marriage, marital instability, divorce, blah, 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 all that stuff. Do you think that her conversion to Christianity would erase all of that?
Fuck no.
All that.
What the fuck?
All the
Fuck
odds
no.
for that.
No, dude. No. It's on your criminal record for life.
It's on your criminal record. That's fine. Well, because that's the mentality. Like,
yeah, these try guys. Yeah, I know. I'm
it's
not
like I'm born again. I'm a new creature. I'm a new creation. So all that shit when I was fucking guys from 18 to 28 right now, you should not have anything. Why are you so concerned about body count? I have a new faith.
Bro,
That's this, by the way, that's the sales.
Yeah, that's their sales pitch. Yes, correct. And a lot of guys who don't know any better, who don't experience it, they will hop straight into it. The Christian, hardcore Christian guys, oh, she's a Christian.
Well, they have to, because if they don't, then are you a real Christian? God's forgiven her. Why can't you?
I guess I'm not.
Why can't you? Yeah.
But exactly. I mean, but there's all shaming tactics too. It's just a bunch of shaming from other Christian simps or religious simps. I mean, I'm not saying all Christians are simps, but bro, I've seen a lot, and
and then so I wrote about this in religion is you'll get that's a life plan, right? It's like, I'm going to go through my hoe phase, my party phase. And I was so crazy in college and the hot guy in the foam cannon party in Cancun, on spring break. And then she gets to be 28, 29, 30, 31 years old, which, by the way, 30 years old, average age of first marriage. And then wants to do things the right. That's why I call it the epiphany phase. It's like when women want to get right with God, they want to do things different. They want to find a nice guy and settle down. And it's usually because on some level of consciousness, they recognize that they can't compete at the same level in the sexual marketplace that they could before. And they want to have a long-term commitment. They want to have a guy they can have babies with, and they want to have, go forward into, and then of course for guys, average age of first marriage in the United States for women is 30, and for men it's 32 right now. It used to be even younger than that, but it's a buzzer beater. Thanks. But it's before buzzer beater, it was called sticking the landing. Okay. That's what Dalrock used to call it. It's like, have all the, go through all that party phase and then have this miraculous religious conversion. And then now she's a new creation, and now she's going to move on. Right. And into that, which is exactly what that guy in that last video was saying that the guys in the manosphere are doing. It's exactly a reflection of that. And also, I should also point this out and I put this up so I could grab it today. My favorite quote from Sheryl Sandberg: "When looking for a life partner, my advice to women is to date all of them. The bad boys, the cool boys, the commitment phobic boys, the crazy boys, but do not marry them. Things that make the bad boy sexy do not make them good husbands. Duh. When it comes time to settle down, find someone who wants an equal partner. Someone who thinks women should be smart, opinionated, and ambitious. Someone who values fairness and expects, or even better, wants to do his share in the home. These men do exist, and trust me, over time, nothing is sexier. By the way, Sheryl Sandberg used to be CEO of Facebook, and that was from her book from 2014 called Lean In.
Yeah, I think
Exactly what the guy in the video
Yeah.
was saying, that the guys in the manosphere are
if girls can have their cake and eat it too, they will. If they can have a guy friend while having a boyfriend, they will. If they can have simps paying them money while having a guy to take them seriously, they will.
Mhm.
If they can sleep with a bunch of dudes and they eventually get by a dude and have kids with a dude, they will. Girls, if they have the opportunity to have their cake and eat it too, they will. Just not with me. Like, hey, it is what I mean. I'll be super open and honest. Like, and every girl watching this will know. It's like, bro, like, you guys can have fun. You guys can go sleep around. You guys do whatever the fuck you want. You're gonna do it anyway. It's just the fact that I'm not gonna be there to reward that behavior.
Mhm.
And I think if more guys had that mindset, I think we'd be a little bit better off when it comes to this.